Hello, welcome to the Sorcerers Handbook Part 5 and the Ayahuasca Part 3. Today we'll have a look at the shamans and their behaviour, the different little groups that there are, and regarding ayahuasca, and a few other things and surprises I have for you as well. So here's the shamans. Okay, so looking at the shamans, we're going to look at the vegetales, which is a group I discussed in the last episode. Now, the vegetales come from a bit of an obscure background, and they are a little bit different. They are a non-tribal ayahuasca traditional group. They spread through Peru, mainly in Colombia as well, and the mestizo, or the vegetalistas, are shamans. They're ayahuasqueros. Ayahuasqueros are those people who spend their life working on their perhaps perfect version of ayahuasca and the brew itself, but not just working on the brew, perfecting the brew, but also working with the spirits and other things that come with it. However, the mestizo are a little bit different. They don't really consider working with these spirits and so forth. They work more at looking at the more industrialized aspect of their journey. They bring in the concepts of war machines, armor, and many other more modern kind of concepts and ideas into their dreaming and their ayahuasca brews and so forth, and in their practical application of understanding these things. There are many technologies that are revealed to the person using ayahuasca as it is. So to take an extension of these visions and these things and learn to understand them through ayahuasca is a brilliant thing. Luna was a man who did some studies, still does study in the field of the mestizos as well. He did some footage and some filming, and he also found out that there were other men who worked on the aspects of plants. The vegetalistas basically means plants, or power plants. They work with these special plants and get out the best essences of those. And he learned that there were telequeros who work with brugmansia and so forth. There were the ayahuasqueros who work with ayahuasca. There were the perfumeros that work with the perfumes of those plants. There were also tabaqueros as well, who work with the sacred tobacco. So all these guys work in their specialties within that particular field and their specialty. So these men are specialists in their field. Now, the vegetales basically work with ayahuasca, or the ayahuasqueros anyway, and they basically bring forth songs that are given to them by those that they meet with while journeying on ayahuasca. And these songs are very special songs. They're called icaros, and these songs are actually said to help induce others, especially people from the West, when they go into these regions and work with ayahuasqueros and so forth. The songs help to induce the person into the journey. It's a very interesting way, maybe through whistling certain song words that have power, and other specific features of the song, even the tunes and so forth. So the icaros, the songs of the shamans who work with ayahuasca, use these powerful tools to assist in them. I also mentioned the baraquina, started by a black African slave who came to the South Americas and learned about ayahuasca and incorporated Catholicism and ayahuasca together. They have their religious songs as well in their ceremonies. They occupy areas more in Brazil and have come to have a recognized church also in the US actually, as well as South America. So there's the Barraquinas. Now, onto a different note. In the last episode I mentioned the alkaloids of the plant. Now the alkaloids in the ayahuasca vine, the MAOIs, are tetrahydroharmaline and harmaline, harmine, all these things. This is the active potent element of the plant that ceases the enzymes in the stomach, so the DMT can cross the blood-brain barrier and affect the synapses in the brain. So it is the harmaline and the harmine of the ayahuasca plant or vine that allows this to occur. Now the ayahuasqueros claim to have learned this from the plants themselves and the spirits themselves. They were told this many generations ago, and I for one would have to believe them. It's quite a fantastic thing to understand when you really live off the land and the spirits thereof. Now I've brought in here, this is a little Psychotria viridis. There we are. There he is. It's a little fern. Treat him like a fern. Grows indoors or outdoors in a shaded area. It's an Amazonian plant, and let it grow in a way that would be equivalent to a rainforest. The region where I live, it gets quite humid most of the year. We're having a bit of a colder winter than normal, but we can withstand that. Somewhat sandy soil, with normal soil as well, mix it in. Now these plants are quite amazing, and this one that I've just shown you has actually come back from the dead, which they do have a potential to do. These plants can lay dormant for pretty long periods of time, and can grow off from a root or a stem and regrow themselves, and that's what this one here has done. He's resurrected, so he's a very powerful plant. Looking forward to making use of what he gives me to include in my ayahuasca in times to come. The other thing I have here for you, now this is a different aspect. In the first episode I discussed the different ways and potentials that DMT exists in nature, and here we have here, if you can see it very well, that's the mimosa. It contains the active ingredient, and this one here is, I don't know if you can see that, not now. That is Syrian rue. Syrian rue also contains the MAOI harmaline or hamine, and is very useful as part of the mixture as well. So you can strictly mix these two together, hypothetically speaking, and you can have a brew of DMT. So that's it for now. That's a bit of a look at the shamans and their history, and have a good day. I'll see you in the next episode, and we'll be covering uses and a little bit of the experiment results as well. So that's the next episode, and stay tuned for the last episode. It'll be basically a montage, I guess, of different artwork from the shamans with some great music that I've put together. So I'll see you soon.